Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. We've made it to the middle of the week, and good grief, does it feel like a long one. It's good to see everyone. However, I see we've got quite a few people here already. Taryn, who may well have actually beaten Blast. Something tells me I need to consider a first, second, third challenge, trade-in, turn-in, whatever, at some point, given the people who have comments like that. You're not the first, you won't be the last, I'm sure. Welcome into you, Taryn. Welcome into True Purple, and Ritsu, and Jerry May. Scroll, past all of the squirrel scurrying. Welcome into Frauke. True Purple, I think I might have said twice now. I have a memory the size of a small broken squirrel. No, okay. That's everyone who's arrived so far. Welcome in, everyone. I hope that you're all doing well. There we are. And Kay the River Cat arriving just as I reached that point. Welcome in. I hope everyone's doing okay. It's it is Wednesday, which generally tends to be one of those how am I still awake kind of days. But hey, rolls an acorn across the floor. Squirrel. I have just failed my distraction test. Hey, Chris. It's kind of hard to buy glass if I don't actually remember to, turn the blocks of emerald into actual emeralds. And welcome into Bo as well. It's good to see everybody. There we are. So I'm having a little bit of a whoopsie. Because the design for the tower, if I go with this design, has glass panes in it. And glass panes have a survival rating of, excuse me, I've blown up repeatedly in the Nether. So I don't think I can directly use them as is. Had to wake up early for a seminar you had to attend and was not happy with a 13-hour workday. Thankfully, it's not something you have to deal with all the time. Thank goodness for that. That's not fun. That definitely feels like one of those no kind of days, Blast. Right, I feel like that's probably as much of the glass as I really should be acquiring, considering I'm still going to turn it into glass panes. I just don't happen to want to leave them in the open. And all the academic workspace clothing is quite hot this season on a 315 stream streak. My word, Blast, thank you so much. But please, clothes may be necessary occasionally. Up we go. Brushes out the llamas. The llamas have been highly judgmental. There's quite a few of them hanging around in this city as well, just to make my life difficult. And I just realised I forgot to turn the music on. And I still can't count to 10 without actually getting it wrong. Right, there we are. Right, now I have glass, which is a good start. And that was what I was going to do. Create purple dye, because I still like the concept of purple glass. Right, let's make some purple glass. That's a good start. And spare glass, spare glass. Let's turn those into panes, which is probably... Let's just get a stack of panes for the moment. A stack of pain. Wow, if I'm stacking pain, anyone would think I was stood in a anyone would think I was stood in something in Final Fantasy, and I can't remember the marker's name in that instance. No, I need the fireworks. Right. I don't know what's going on. Oh my. Yes, Ritsu, absolutely. Oh, and just as we're alive in the Nether, Heil Hydrate from Blast, which seems appropriate since, well, you know, heat, Nether, blah. Everyone remember, med check, water check, hydrate, stretch as appropriate, and a stretch from Taryn. Thank you, Taryn. Let's have it. Yep. Oh. Yep. Just a little bit of popcorn. Alright, let's head for the construction site. Okay. Ooh. Some of these things are incomplete. Some of these things are near complete, sir. One of the things is not like the others. One of these things is totally incomplete. And by one of these things, I mean, whoops. Right. Apparently all of them, I'm betting, are incomplete. I bet I never actually... Yeah. No, that's not the right one. Here, deep in the Nether, we find Scotsman, realizing that he didn't actually build as much as he thought yesterday. Oh, and... Well, let the distractions begin all over anew. We are heading off to Castle Gordonstein again. Jeremy is recruiting a Gordon. This time they are recruiting Swampalicious. Interesting name. Curious if there's a backstory. I'm also curious if the chunks here are going to load. Yep, eventually. Hi, thank you. There've been some interesting names the last couple of days for new Gordons. Whee! Come fly with me as I crash into things, and you'll never know how much the No Drama Safety Llama will know and complain at me. Right. First things first, let's double check that I actually have a Gordon. I'm fairly sure I have one left after yesterday. Yes, that's good. I still have 3 that I need to... well, 4, because there's another one around the corner. No. I still need to do some training. You'd think I would have thought about doing that, but I got distracted yesterday by getting killed repeatedly by murderous poltergeists. Swamp has seaweed and is a Korean snack and is delicious. Ah, okay. I should have brought a bed. Or at least gone to bed. I need to make sure that... I need to get a new bed closer into... the recruitment centre. And the Frauke Information Service, being amazing, is telling us that you really want to catch this Pokemon that is now in chat, because it is a weekly for weight. Right. Welcome in, Glam Pixie. Hope you're feeling okay. Wing. And I shall defenestrate myself. Right. Okay, now I know that I have a... Now I know that I have a Gordon to be recruited. Come with me and we'll do all the paperwork for recruitment. That sounds really weird. Okay, this is Jerry May's first Gordon, which means I need a new book. Which means I should have gotten some more books. 10 out of 10 for accuracy, minus 5 million for planning ahead, Scots. This time I don't even have leather with me. Fortunately, we have leather in here. Don't suppose there's nip. Alright, I know I have... Hey, Sin Lily, welcome in. I know there were... There they are. Areas of this lying around. 1, 2, 3. Somehow I've lost one. There it is. 6, 8. Let's get enough for a couple of books. Actually, if I get that, I can do 4 books. Which means that we should be set for at least 20 minutes. Well, I was going to start work on constructing the tower in the Nether. I appear to have already been slightly distracted by a recruitment, which is a fantastic thing to be distracted by. How are you, though, Sin Lily? Alright, and somewhere in here is a book and quill. Crikey, this must be one of the new songs. Ah! Fine. You're just showing me off to the oldest that's visiting. Ah, well, welcome in to the oldest. You catch me doing multiple things at once, as always. This area is one of my major cities. Although it is a abandoned city due to things taking over, notably some crystals. But this tower is actually part of the Cathedral of the Eye, which is one of our cults in the world. Well, thank you very much, Jerry May. And this cathedral is what we are basing a similar cathedral in the Nether on. But before we get back to that, Jerry May has been absolutely fantastic and has collected all sorts of channel points, and what they have done with that is redeemed for a pillager to be renamed a Gordon, to be renamed Swampalicious, to be sent in to be added to one of our barracks. Which is a lovely thing that we get to do. Opened 225, 07, 16. No, come on. Swampalicious. Building depth. No, don't mind you. Also streaking through chat. 7 streams. That's nice. Thank you. Building 6. I'm going to have to build building 7 soon. Oh, no, hold on. For these ones, we can't put the dashes in. We ran out of space. There we are. So, Jerry May needs to be added to our Okay. Hopefully I'm back. Welcome, Baden Raven. That was an interesting one. That was a complete... That was a drop by OBS claiming that it had been disconnected by Twitch. That's a new one on me. I've not seen that error before at all. Is everyone almost off by one stream? No. Well, the interesting thing, I don't know what entirely caused that one. Welcome into Lotus, and thank you to Lotus, and if you're still on the network error screen, please make sure you reload. Thank you for the message there, Taryn. Yes. Shush, you're not fully here. Are any of us, Lotus? Are any of us? I'll set that to... okay, it's set to an unpin after 2 minutes. Thank you, Taryn, for being amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I had no network issues. I've got no drop frames. All I had is a message from OBS saying that Twitch had disconnected me. And that... your book is right here on the bookshelf here, Jerry May. Just above Just Loopies and in the middle of the J's. Well, actually, you're the first in the J's. Because you are the first here. You got the same issue, Twitch being twitchy. That's an odd one. I don't think I've ever actually seen Twitch disconnect a stream like that before. I wonder if they've just had a problem with one of their inbound servers and rebooted it. You never know, Sin Lily. It might be your chaos. It might be Twitch being Twitch. I did, yes. Right. There's another name tag. At some point I will make myself hero of the village again and buy some more name tags. Twitch was off by 1. Yeah. Not quite sure what Twitch was up to. However, what we have not lost is Swampalicious. Swampalicious is still going to be added to our build. Right. Helio, you have been recruited. Congratulations. What we need you to do is get in a boat. Alright. Like that. Please get in the boat. If you... Excellent. We thank you for your cooperation. Our thing is going to be as chaotic today as they were yesterday, where we attempted to place a pillager into a minecart, get them into their chair, and they immediately ran off. That's actually the first time in a while that we've had a pillager who was not a good Gordon, and who did decide to be difficult. Could be a different Ingress server. Okay. I don't know if it was... the other possibility, I just might have had an OBS glitch. One of the 17,000 possible options of something going wrong on the internet. And that's just page 1 of the error list. The joys of the internet. Can it go wrong? Yes. Okay, we've got somebody in a chair here, so it looks like you get to go into this chair. I, on the other hand, need to have a quick... is it DNS 98% of the time? Also, probably. I'd go for 95. Then 4% is user error, and 1% is random weirdness. Actually, no. 3% is user error, 1% is random weirdness, 1% is Microsoft. Right. Ooh, you're in the way of it. So let's take that out for a second. Okay. Oh, hold on. Before we get you out of the cart, we need to name you. I dub thee Swampalicious. Thou have been recruited. And not to fight the Kodan Armada. Right. What we do need, however, is for you to get into a minecart. Thank you very much. I like it when the Gordons are being, well, friendly. They are the friendly Gordons today. Right. So, Swampalicious is now seated. Welcome to the terrace. This is actually one of the nice areas. Now, there's all sorts of nice areas in this city. Castle. But what we also need is... Here we are. And there, Jerry May, is the armor stand for Swampalicious. Thank you so much for being amazing, for hanging out in chat, for collecting the channel points, and for deciding to turn them into a new Gordon in this citadel. It is lovely and amazing, and thank you so much for doing that. And with that, you now have the option to buy them armor, buy them a weapon. Yes, a weapon. And if you happen to buy a banner, then we can also have them waving it for you. So thank you so much for that. And if you do buy the armor, it's... I feel like we're over at or over 100 Gordons. It's over 100! Good lord. Do we need to do an audit? Or a census? A census is probably the quick one. Right. If people are willing to do math, I'm willing to do a quick count. Hello. Let's have a quick look. I don't know what want to know what an audit of Gordons would include. I don't know. And we have a Pokemon in chat for anyone who might be interested in trying to catch it. Let's see. This building is full. Therefore, this one is... So. 20. Write up on your taxes and get that tax refund. No. Right, so we've got 20 in there. Quickly through this wall. Building 2. Thank you, Taran. Up the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, let's check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so building 2 is 15. Useful. I didn't realise that we had some spare space in here. Oh, and this is what happens, or what we meant by having a pillager holding a banner for you. Shumway is holding their banner. Building 3, I am pretty certain, is full. And... Well, no, let me rephrase that. Building 3 is full. I just can't remember how many it is. Building 3 is 12. These are all Frauke's Knights of the Round Table. Whoop, hell yeah. Building 4. 19. Which door did I leave open? Let me out! Thank you. Let's see. Great Hall would be next. I feel like we've probably got one left in here. No, no. Okay. Great Hall is 15. I really should get choose that. Get somebody into here. I think the keep barracks might be... No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep barracks is 6. With the other terrace. Which gives us building 5 and 6 to do a census in. Building 5 is our kitchens. And mess hall. TGM Fridays. I forgot that we'd called it that. Well, hello. Goodness, this one looks like it might be full. That's 5. Yep. So, TGM Fridays is 10. Or just call it the mess hall. Actually, let's go out through the back door. Poor Arthas. He's been standing on those grapes for ages. We are way over 100 then. Because building 6 is this one. And adds another 6. So we're at 103. My word. Hey, Feg. Welcome in. You're starting to get tired. Thank you, Taryn. You've been amazing for actually writing that up. And actually, what I need to check is... Nanian. Was it Nanian? No. Who recruited Q? Blackclad. It's 107. It is 107 because there is +4 from somewhere. Oh, sorry, 100. Sorry. I can't count. I said 103, didn't we? So it's 104. The reason for the extra is Q was recruited by Blackclad. And banner steps, there is a channel in Discord which is called, where is it? Hall of Banners. So if you put them in there... Now, James Bond is not actually a recruit. James Bond was me. Although apparently at some point I've left myself the option of putting 4 jockeys in here. Right, back to the Nether. Or not. Sin Lily is joining the Hall of Banners. So we will head back to the Nether in just a minute. But first, we will head over to our banner makers. Thank you so much, Sin Lily, for joining the Hall of Banners. Whee. Down past the slightly broken. Right. And in the Hall of Banners, we have the Oh, that's nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, is that actually achievable? I don't know. I'll have to double check that. He kept managing to cause errors in the banner creator on the wiki when he was messing around with ideas. That does happen, Taran. It really does. Right. It's because it's a black banner. Ah, okay. Right. So, first things first is find some black wool. Oh look, we have a sheep of black wool. Black sheep. Oops. Actually, you know what? Let's make 11 banners just because it's useful. No. There we are. To have a few spares. Okay. Black banners. There we are. Never hurts to build a spare or 3. Or in this case, a spare 11. 10. One of them. Right, so it's black. Then lime. I can't remember the recipe for lime. It's green and white. No, lime is a special one. No, it's green and white. Okay. Herp dip dip. Yeah, it's cyan that is available from somewhere else. No. I am, however, out of white. However, I remembered seeing a lot of bone in this box yesterday. I should phrase that differently. Oh well, too late. And we'll turn that into here. Right, that gets me the lime. We put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Is there a place like a wiki of my own that shows off all the existing banners in the world? Not a wiki. The best that there is unfortunately at the moment the Discord. True, Jerry May. I got several yesterday during Phasmophobia. I really, yeah, I haven't yet considered setting up a web page of anything like that. Probably should. 1, 2, 3, 4 black. And a white. Scottipedia. Oh, that would be an interesting concept. Right, what I do need is I need the flower charge and the skull patterns. Where's the skull one? There it is. And here's where we hope that they haven't changed any of the others. Right. So it's lime pale, which is that one. I do like this editor. It's a lovely display, which makes it so much easier for me to read. Thank you for using that one. Black Pally. Whoa, Black Pally. Black Profess. That's White Scotsman. Please use the right one. Is that Profess? No, that's Chief. That's the Profess. Then we add the flower charge. No, other way around. And then we add the skull charge. Ooh, that's looking really nice. And then we go for the Black Chief. Oh, wow. And that is how this looks. Would a banner library be something for the archives? I mean, we do have the so this adds to the Hall of Banners. So that is the section in the world. I thought there'd be a lot of screaming from you, but we were just shaken up to scream. Not just our banners, but the lore ones as well. Ooh. Hall of Heraldry. I might have to think about that one. That might be something to add to Jurassic World. Seeing as how they're the Explorers Guild, they may have actually collected things like that. It's awesome, Sin Lily. It really is. Right. What we do here is we name it so that we know and declare this as yours. I'm trying to remember, do you have any pillagers? Oh, sorry, any Gordons? Not yet. Okay. I was about to say, if you did, I would duplicate this and hand this to them. You've got almost enough for your first. Well, that's also awesome. Thank you. Alright. These are some of my spares and some of my other... See, we've got... Yeah, I really should move these to... What the heck's that one? That one's unused yet in this world. This one I think has been used, but I can't remember where. Yeah, I think... oh, and this one I like. That one is what we have at the Hall of... at the Frozen Archive, even. Out of curiosity, what's this one? That's not a banner I've used at all yet. Okay, right. And the final step of this redeem is... Hey, Nordic Wolf. Welcome in. The last step is to add this to the Hall of Banners. Right. Which would put you just here. And let's have a look at this in Pretty's mode, just because we're here. That looks amazing. Welcome to the Hall... Oops. Welcome to the Hall of Banners, Sin Lily, and thank you so much for joining. There are some absolutely amazing banners in here. And some amazing people have chosen to be here. That one's spooky. I really wish that the banners would have their name floating above them. That's the one thing I wish would happen, so that you could see the name when you look at a banner. Ooh. 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 Ooh, matron. Invisible. I was just thinking that, Feg. I may have to add some invisible armor stands down the hall now. Up until I added the armor stands mod as part of the whole bit at the end of, well, during Guild Rush, that wouldn't have been possible because I wasn't adding that. Now, however, we have invisible armor stands, as Feg says. Now it's Nether time. Are you sure? Do I have to? I mean, it's the Nether. I'm not really convinced that we really want to go to the Nether. Right. Thank you for those redeems. It is amazing having those done, and I really, really do love having... You tried to keep me out the Nether. Yeah, and it was lovely. I have within 6 months to decide. I'll have a think about it, Fig. It might there might be some amazing ways of actually making all of that work, and the suggestions you've made are probably the right ones, sir. Probably the right ones. I just need to tinker. But no tailors, no soldiers, and no spies. Although, actually, we've got James Bond, so we have a spy. Yeah. What seems unlikely? I've lost my train of thought here. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Scots. I would fail the recruitment test. And I would also fail the forward planning test. I don't have any andesites left in my inventory. Because I left it all back at IKEA. I am so glad that we're building close to IKEA, though. It would have been an absolute nightmare if we weren't building close to IKEA anymore. No, this. Ooh, hold on. That's stone brick walls. That's stone brick walls. Might as well just pick those up. That's stone brick walls. That's a lot of stone brick walls. You know what? Let's just turn a stack of andesite into andesite walls. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, around here. Actually, I was around the corner. No! I missed! Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Right, now we turn these into walls. Might as well just turn the whole lot. We seem to have a habit of needing walls. And I'm going to use some of these bricks just to... Actually, no, that's no use. I'm on the wrong level. You know what? I probably should just remove all of this. But we'll remove it once we've actually built the windows in. Right. So, you're next. Three. 2, 3. Here we find Scotsman counting to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that all of the windows shaped? Yes, it is. Excellent. Right, so this brings us to the next thing. So, in an ideal world, stained glass wouldn't be broken by a ghast, and I would be able to just have it running all the way down here on its own. So the question becomes, do we inset the glass and put another wall here and just have... and then have... oh, I haven't made the other thing I was planning on making. Nope. And this is why I brought the carting table? Crafting table. So, I was thinking... yes, you can panic now. We do this. And then have the glass on the inside. Yeah. I really want I really want some more scaffolding. Why do I only have... why am I hauling around 3 scaffolding? You know what? I'm just going to get the inexpensive, faster dig out scaffolding. The local non-scaffolding. So the question becomes, what do I make that? Could just make it. Yeah, that would work. That's the andesite, that's the stone brick. We need another thing here and another thing here, of course. The original scaffolding before the actual scaffolding. Blocks. Yeah. I think we'll just put a brick in and a chisel. And then we just do this. And keep bringing this down. So that comes all the way down to there. And then we bring this all the way down. And then we put in one of those. Those and one of those. Okay, how does that look? Okay, so we've got the purple on the inside, which is what I really wanted to retain. I know I need to feed the Scots. Does it look... oh, that's nice. That's still got the purple. And that makes it look like it's sort of been built to cope with being built in the Nether. I think we have a solution. And the other nice thing here is, if I do this right, we can do that. Right, you go there. Should I have put... I reckon I should have put that there, though. That's the only thing I regret on that side. So, I'm going to change that one. And put that there instead. Come on, let me. Oh, and just to make sure that I... Ooh, that. Yes. Hail Hydrate. Squeaky bottle of doom. And a stretch to go with it. And stretch. Everyone remember to hydrate and stretch and look after yourselves. Med check if appropriate. Always be careful to look after yourself. I think if I were to use... that's going to be a problem. Okay, so that can't be prismarine because it would go wrong against the purple. I wonder whether or not red nether brick would look good there. I think the other thing I have to take into account is I've got gamma override switched on. And we have a Magby in chat for those who might need to catch a Pokemon. Red nether brick is very saturated. Yeah, it is. I wonder if... Oh, actually, nether brick fence would probably look good. Let's get the rest of the windows in, and then we'll sort out what we're doing with all the rest of it. Because we've got a long way to go before we need that. Because we've still got 4 windows to do. The nice thing is, once we've got these windows in, we can rip out a lot of the supporting area around this and start to see what it looks like. So that will be nice. Let's go up one more block. There we are. Actually, let's just make it 2. Ah. Stop dancing on the window panes. So that and that. Those. That. That. And drop myself off. Excellent. You go there, you go there. Put in the deftable. And now the glass panes, which I can climb. I do love the fact that it's just one of those sort of... I didn't actually need to think about scaffolding. I've got blocks that do it for me. Alright, and we'll drop ourselves off. Ow. Actually, this one's going to need scaffolding, so... Because apparently we're a little bit low in comparison to where we need to be. And what I'll do is I'll put a block there, and a block there. Right, you, and you. And iron bars. Hunter, welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you doing? And you are on a 120 stream streak, which is a positively insane number. And amazing simultaneously. I need my support block. I need an emotional support block. Because I'm about to drop myself off it. Yeah, there we go. And my iron bars. That's iron bars, not iron brew. Keeping your streak up whilst on holiday. Just got back from visiting friends in Manchester. How was Manchester? It's been about 5 months since I was up there. They've got a brand new Lego store that I haven't seen yet. Because they redid the Arndale one. Oops. I don't know why I just shot an arrow. That'll look. One there. I'm gonna run out of glass panes. I'm going to be about 10 glass panes short. That's for want of a bad pun. That's a pain. Oh, that's alright. I'm out of stone brick walls as well. Gorgeous Megada. Good. Honey went in to give your friend a lift to hospital tomorrow. Went in today to head into Manchester Aquarium. Alright. Hopefully the hospital appointment is nothing too serious and everybody will be okay. I might as well just go straight to IKEA from this point. I need more glass, and while I could make myself some more stone brick walls, I might as well just pick some up. I've got them. Uncharacteristically good weather. You mean the rain has only gone at 45 degrees down the wall, or towards you, as opposed to being aimed directly at you horizontally. Teach sleep study. Okay, that's hopefully that helps them. Only one day of rain since Saturday. My word. Manchester's having a drought. Oops. Just remember, you're not allowed to stab the pufferfish in an aquarium. Oh, I forgot to turn the glass into glass panes. Nope. I thought sun in Manchester was a myth. Oh, the little one jumped in front of the arrow to save the bigger one's life. We do not murder puffers, nor do we murder me. I mean, are you sure about that, Blast? 30 minutes further south, so that may... Ah, yes. That might be why. Although, they've got to get their water from somewhere. It doesn't just spring up. For those who don't get that pun, congratulations, you're probably better off. Buxton Spring Water is a thing as far as I remember, unless it's gone out of business in the century or two that I've since I last remember it. Got a dash, need the foods. Foods is good, have nice noms, look after yourself, Hunter, and thank you for joining us. And thank you for the lurk. Say, don't tell me I've run out of those. Elkhorn, welcome in. Thank you, Kay. It's I was trying to figure out a good way of doing it, and glass panes I knew were going to break because ghasts. Ghasts hate you having nice things. And so this was the nicest solution I could come up with. I still need to figure out what to do with those pillars. The interesting thing is, on the overworld version, actually, I'm going to go with exactly what we've got in the overworld. I'm going to go for a 1-to-1 block replace, and I'm just going to have the nether brick walls on that pillar. That way it anchors the design to looking like the overworld one a bit more. Question is, do we have any nether brick? I was about to say, do we have any nether brick fences, walls? The question is more, do we have any nether brick? Oh, excellent. Yes. Stained glass jail is the solution. Yes. If in doubt, put it in jail. Also, hi things, hi Stuffy. I'm hoping that if there were... my concern is that if a fireball hits the... the iron bars, the explosion might actually pass through the iron bars and destroy the stained glass anyway. But I can't prove that. Nether brick walls. I think I'm going to need more than that, because I'm fairly sure... Actually, I almost certainly just stuffed... Oh no, because we've got to do the back of the inside as well. Right, what we can do is, once we've done this, or church temple is in a very... in a volatile... I mean, it definitely is in a volatile area. Slightly explosive. Certain things are on fire all the time. The nice thing is, this means that we've now done everything that is at this altitude. So, I can take down this ring of... This is the last ring of materials from the first version of this that we ripped down a few days ago. Science is required. Science can definitely be required, and given that we occasionally do get a ghast appearing around here, science may happen anyway. So this is the last of the old design being removed. Which is lovely, because this means that we are now actually well into the new design. I'm noticing that RNGesus and my playlist are definitely favouring some of the new music recently. Not that this is a bad thing. It's just a little bit surprising that RNGesus is picking that. And my inventory's full. Of course it is. Why ever would I have any inventory space? I've been building for at least 5 minutes. Alright, let's pick up what I can. Some of it I'm not going to bother with. Alright. Is there anything I've got in my inventory that I don't really care about? Yeah, I don't really need a single birch slab. So let's set fire to it. Goodbye. How did you get down there? If you expect me to let you out, you'll have to wait a bit. I swear, zombie pigmen end up in the most ridiculous positions sometimes. Right, what I do need to do is get the last 3 in here. Fortunately, because we're using walls, we've got a space to stand on. Right, and here. Oh, I missed a Pikachu. My word. Wasn't paying attention there, obviously. Okay. Let's get the inner pillar done, and then we can consider having a look at what this looks like by ripping out the remaining nether rack at the midpoint, because this is everything above that level. Everything above this level is now complete. Or at least it will be as soon as we've finished this pillar. Or set of pillars. a go. There we are. That's the last of that element. Are those like that on the inside? Oh, good. Yes, they are. I just had a moment of, did I actually just build the right colour? Because the next thing is, there's a whole ring of the polished basalts to go around the outside, which will be slightly difficult to do. Right, let's go and empty my inventory, and then we will dig out enough of the area to see this. Seeing as how we don't actually have to work above there anymore, unless I turn around and decide to add something. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Until I turn around and decide to add something, because you can guarantee I probably will. I'm just going to empty my inventory for the moment, because we're going to be digging. Digging in the nether with Scotsman. Did I just... Oh no, I was about to say, did I just put my food into there? Doo-doo. This way. Up high this away, up high that away, up high this away, my oh my. Jumping in the nether, jumping in the nether, jumping in the nether, my oh my. Trying to build a cathedral. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of enough of this to see things. I'm gonna let you out. There you are. What, you're not gonna say thank you? Ungrateful. It's not my fault you got trapped down there. Whoops. I'm kind of surprised that's the first block I've accidentally dug out. Whoa. Okay, who put lava there? Also kind of surprised that's the first lava that we've encountered in the Nether recently. Whoa. Time for science! Where are you? Ah, you're trapped in that corner. Hello. Oh. You really are trapped. Well, that makes life difficult. You're going to make me dig out a large area of the Nether just to be able to actually get shot at. To be able to do science. Really? Hello. Come on. Shoot at me. I bet you can't see me because of this. Come on. No. Bit further. Did you break any of my glass? Nope. My glass is safe. My glass is safe. You, however, not so much. Science is a demanding mistress. Yes, mistress. Science. Oh my. No glass damage. Yes, that's the fantastic answer that we had been hoping for. If I dig this up, somebody's going to get cranky at me. You never saw anything. I didn't do it. We now return to carry on sciencing. Yes. Sir, sir. Oh, you managed to just run in front of me for long enough not to be spleefed. Congratulations. Right. Let's now take out a decent ring of this so that we can actually see this in its entirety. Oh, hello. Spare block. Apparently I didn't dismantle everything properly. No, there's nothing dead about it, Elkhorn. Although if we get really confused, we could always go for cash and carrion. You didn't move fast enough. Oh, I haven't finished cleaning up the roof here. Dang it. Okay, I probably shouldn't be removing all of that then. So what I've been doing is removing all of the nether rack that is visible, but leaving the nether rack in the gaps. AKA, if it's vertically accessible netherrack, I've been removing it. Oh, and while we finish that off for a second, he says, removing more than he should. Hail, hydrate. Always remember, drink lots whilst in the nether. It's hot down there. And the squeaky battle of doom agrees. And a stretch to go with it. Roll back the chair, stand up, and stretch. Thank you, Feg. Everyone else, remember to hydrate and look after yourselves. Right. I need to clear the roof off properly. Well, not there, that's for sure. I've taken a block out that I didn't mean to. Drinking and nethering, what could possibly go wrong? Yes. Is that a trick question, Elkhorn? Alice the Amazon, welcome in. Thank you for joining us with your raid. How was Minecraft? And thank you for bringing over everybody who was watching you. If you have a moment to tell us how you were doing, be fantastic to hear. If you do need to raid and run, self-care is important, and the ability to actually speak is also useful. I appear not to have that last bit. You catch me as I am continuing my... I was about to say punishment. Continuing to work in the nether at the behest of my community, who decided that I should spend 6 months splitting my time between building a nether hub and nether tunnels, and the rest of my time should be spent building a steampunk area. No, punishment is blast. That's a blast. Did some finessing on a custom pale oak tree. It's got lots of branches, some gnarly roots, and a bit of leaf count. Nice. Have a good meeting, Elkhorn. I think Elkhorn's been learning from Raven. I missed one. No, I didn't. I know it probably seems strange that I am putting in netherrack to be able to remove netherrack, but yeah, it's the way it goes. Does help to keep the system going. Yeah. In this instance, it's mostly because it's easier to... I really like having the sort of bare bedrock ceiling concept. Oops. And I don't want to have to come back later and try and remove more of it. Look at that. All of this. I like it more than the netherrack. It sort of makes it feel like it's... I mean, particularly when we're down here. And you're looking up at it. It feels more like a sort of blasted wastes. Go away. And we have a Pokemon in chat for anyone who might need it. The netherrack doesn't have a sort of blasted waste feel to it. Is blasted waste distinct from a wasted blast? Well, a wasted blast is TNT that never explodes. Netherrack has a hamburger meat feel to it. Oh, God, it does, doesn't it? The thing is, it's not just hamburger meat. It's hamburger meat that's not been cooked properly. It's that sort of partially cooked, mottled look. Right. If I can get enough of this out, we can actually then just take out a significant amount of it. Fleshed over blasted waste. Yeah. Typically, this is probably the last area that is, because I've done all of that. So I can actually take out quite a significant portion of the netherrack around this tower. Rare doesn't... I mean, it's certainly rare. And once we've got the space around... Or once we've got the ability to see more of the tower, we'll be able to then start looking at the wings going off of it. And thank you for joining the scurry, Alice. Apparently fire has broken out at the Tomorrowland main stage. My word. One of the pyrotechnics gone wrong? And how badly? You'd think that the stage would be pretty heavily designed to avoid issues with fire. Day before it starts. That sounds like a pyrotechnician installation gone wrong. Oh, it's a big fire? Oh no. That's a shame. I'll have to have a look at the news later. Half the stage and then... Oh! I would not like to be their lighting supplier. Because they tend to use half the lighting tech in Europe. And somebody somewhere is going to have a nasty insurance bill for that. The entire main stage is lost. Ow. That's going to be millions of pounds worth of tech. And possibly might result in them having... Ow! Ow! Hey! Thank you for your assistance. Who let the piggies in? Dagnabbit. This is the problem. This is the other problem with working in the Nether. Some of the local fauna tend to be a little bit cranky. Unknown how it started, unknown if festival can start as planned. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. I mean, it's only one stage of many. Hey, excuse me. Right, that's it. Shoot the baby. Looks like hell to pay. Not so much papier-mâché over it, but yeah, it does tend to be pretty... the thing is, it's very detailed work that they do as well. But they need to... That's the problem. If they have to review all the stages, there's something like 14. I think it's 14. It's a silly number, that's for sure. But then this could be, depending on the cause, this could be anything up to and including somebody with an angle grinder in a place they shouldn't have been causing sparks to set fire to the stage. So it could just be a construction accident, and I'm guessing here. That is definitely going to be a problem. Particularly given the amount of damage that that stage will cost. Now, the scary thing is the amount of lighting, video, and so forth tech that they lease for that event. That's going to put a massive hole in Europe's lighting and stage equipment rental availability. Hey, Mad, welcome in. Yeah, I really that's an obvious one as well, Feg. Yeah. I mean, it would be on a par with somebody having a fire at Eurovision. Eurovision tends to sort of acquire, I think it's a significant amount of lighting tech and video tech from around Europe as well. Oh, Raven. Have you not actually checked in till now? Today. Right. Just realised you forgot to do this earlier. Yeah. Well, at least you remembered. Red, welcome in. Okay, this is enough for me to be able to start taking down some of the sides so that we can see the tower better. One more, the squirrels are off by one. Whoopsie. What are they off by one of? Oh. Goodness, yes, I hadn't noticed that. Retrieve this. That's a hole. There's a hole in the nether, dear nether. A couple of pictures in my DMs regarding... Thanks, Raven. I didn't have... Ooh. Oh, that's brutal. That's a shame. The stage looks like it might have been really impressive this year as well. That's an... Oh! That looks like it was ice-themed. Dang it. Now I want to know what that looked like before it got destroyed. I'll have to look at that as well. You know what it reminds me of? The, what the heck, what's it called? From Superman. The Citadel of Solace or something. Look after yourself, Mad. Thank you for joining us. And for checking in. Fortress of Solitude, yes. That'll be from all of the wiring and electronics and sound equipment and lighting equipment, Alice. Because that stage will have been a significant percentage. I mean, in previous years, a lot of that stage has been video wall. Artfully decorated around it, but still video wall. Oh, that looks cool. That really does look nice now. We've now got enough removed that we can start working downwards and seeing stuff easier. I still need my staircase out. Oh, that is looking nice. Now these tunnel, these sections that are decorated are going to be removed. That's not the style that we're going to have. So I'll have to, at a point in the future, remove all of this. But that's cool. Yes, they will, I'm sure. Right, let's get rid of the netherrack from my inventory and then possibly come back and remove some more from the floor. Grab that. That one? No, that one's full. Alright, that's another half chest. Hello, piggy. Ow! I didn't mean to hit that. The heck? I'm a wahabada. That's awesome. I didn't know that we got the new chickens up here. I am so tempted to figure out a way to hold on to that piglin jockey. That's awesome. I think we need to work out how to... oh, no. No, don't open the chest and get a... Name it. Problem is, I've got to get... hold on. Sir, I need... No. I needed the hole for me so that I could open the chest without you attacking me. Right. Can the cam account keep it loaded? Possibly. I was just going to go into my ender chest and put it on a lead and... only regular piglins. You might be right. But there were some of those in the tunnels as well. So I don't want to get them angry. Do I have a boat, perhaps? No. Better safe than sorry, yes. Oh, my chest of glass is here. Can the zombie chicken dude hold an item? I don't know. Yeah, while he wouldn't attack me, all of his friends would. Because there are definitely the other type around as well. Right. Bye, Alice. Look after yourself. What? I can't put the... I was about to say, I can't put the chicken on a lead? That's a statement in its own right. Do I have... because people like him would have been upset. not sure I have any fences around. No, I've got fence gates, but not fences. Well, I'm just thinking, nothing will happen to him if I take him to the overworld, will it? Because he's already zombified. So I can take him to the overworld and then connect him to a fence over there. There we are. I think we're safe. What should we call him? We need a name for you. We got to name you, and we. Why do I want to say we should call him George? We shall pet him and call him George. Nugget. Nugget it is. I like that already. Pork chop. What do we think? Nugget, pork chop. Any other suggestions? I am flexible. Dinner. No. Pork nugget. Pork nugget. Could do. Start with nugget for the chicken. And pork chop for the pig. Ah, that might work. Okay, I think I've named the chicken. The interesting thing is I don't actually see a visible name tag for, or name on the chicken. So we've got the chicken named and we've got the interesting. It's not seeing. I mean, it might be way down on the list, but actually, no. I'm looking straight through the chicken. Ah, there we are. Chicken. It doesn't show the names. It just says targeted entity Minecraft zombified piglin. How odd. But the chicken, I think, is named because it's you, pesky burb. We are not naming it pesky burb. We can't name it pesky burb. That's what we call Kelbirdie. However, it is named. It is now looked after. It is tethered here. I might try and come up with somewhere to put it into the cathedral that we're building. But for the moment, we need to go back and carry on working on the cathedral. Ah, pesky, the F3 didn't tell me. Aha, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Did most of the netherrack despawn? That's interesting. The Netherrack's despawned. Oh well, what a shame. Right, let's get rid of at least one section of this, possibly two. Which is the main reason for why I got rid of my inventory, so that I can actually... I suspect something like Better F3 would probably show me it, but you can never tell. Excuse me, I don't want to hit you. Oh good, I've already taken out the ceiling section that I had put in on this. That should be enough on this section of the tunnel. I'll get rid of the stonework in a second. But that'll allow us to really sort of not worry about having this in the way while we're trying to look at things. Because this is the ancient history option. Oops, I fell in a hole. Yes, I know there's a tunnel here. That's better. Oh, the crimson gates. Crimson gates. What happens if you put if you pour paint on Bill? Good night, Blast. Take care, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have less 13-hour days for you. That's better. There we are. Let's pick up the bits that we dropped. That's good, because in theory I could now pull back the netherrack even further and we can have a better view. But mostly I just want to clear it so that it's not in the way for when we start thinking about what to build next. Well, actually I want to keep building downwards, but because I'd like to get more of the shape of the central tower. So what I'm thinking is that where in the overworld the cathedral has a single... So the cathedral in the overworld has this single section leading up to it. It might be nice to have 4 of these going off in the cardinal directions around the new tower that we've been building. Granted, I don't think I'll have the dragon heads, because I'm not sure I have that many of those. I think those are all the dragon heads I have. But the nice thing is, if we do that, this sort of shape on the end here. Time for end raiding. I think I'll avoid that for the moment. I did that the other day for something, and I can't remember what. Oh no, that wasn't on this world. That was on another world. Scope creep. Yeah. What I'm thinking is this shape on the end here. That's got a nut that we can adjust a little, and then it can match the sort of circular tunnel shape that exists on one of the tunnel designs for the entrance, for the tunnels that run through an ancient city. And if we do that, then we can have the ancient city concept by way of shaping. And I see that we have a Landstrad who has stopped lurking for a bit, has done a check-in, has caused us to reach yet another full 40 squirrels, and thus another charity donation has to be queued up. And because we're in the Nether, I need to hydrate and stretch. Let's get rid of these last blocks, though. Welcome in, Landstrad, and thank you for doing all of that. Heil hydrate. Stares at the confetti gun that just... Why have you got a confetti gun? What did you do to get one of those? And a stretch as well. Who gave Landstrad a confetti gun? That feels like a really bad idea. Okay, you completed the stack of Scamper. More important question, why don't you have... they won't let me have one. Something to do with it being considered dangerous. Honestly, though, there's probably at least one good thing. At least it's confetti and not glitter. Oh, you found a before picture. Oh. Have you DM'd me yet? Oh. Oh, the lion. That is amazing. Oh. That's going to have to go into inspiration warning and a few other things. That stage is going in. So previous stages from Tomorrowland have already been high on my inspiration warning list. This one is now added to it. Glitter was amazing. Yeah. Glitter is delivered by mortar. You want to be nowhere near any delivery of glitter. Ah, so that's what the Nurble-Werfer's for. Now we know what it was. It was a Nazi glitter cannon. What? For context, Landstra. Earlier in the week, I was discussing the Nurble-Werfer, simply because it was an awesome word, and it's basically a Nazi towed mortar launcher. Now that you've just said that you the only way that glitter is being delivered is by a mortar, my brain has just gone, that's what the Nobleworth is for. I'm not sure we're supposed to join that many threads of conversation together. This is why my brain shouldn't be allowed out unattended. And now we've got enough of this. Yeah. Now we can get rid of enough of the netherrack to really get a good view of this tower. What, the giggle at the Nazi glitter cannon? Today on reasons why my brain is not allowed out. Sorry. You were still stood there. You were going to get spleefed. This is the one problem with working in the Nether and trying to build something at Nether ceiling height. They don't often need a lot of excavation to be able to get anything built, which is a shame. There are days that I am seriously pondering that I might have to learn how to build. Why am I making it this high? That is one of the things that has crossed my mind. There is a sensible answer to that, though, Feg. I have a secondary element in mind for future construction in the Nether. And basically, if I do build a rail network, I don't want it to be at this altitude. I want it to be connected to, effectively, train of thought. I have one. So, I have been pondering putting in a rail network through the Nether. That would require me to have two separate Nether portal networks. And the best way to have two separate Nether portal networks is to have one at height and one down low. As we've seen by the postal network in Hermitcraft this year. So they have their postal network down at... if I make a rail network, surely it has to be called Train of Thought. Yeah, probably. They have their postal network down at the bottom bedrock of the Nether. And they have their normal Nether portals on the Nether roof. This is as close as I was going to ever get to the Nether roof, because I hadn't actually planned on getting onto the Nether roof at any point. This may change. I am starting to decide to try and figure out if getting onto the Nether roof might be a good thing to do. If only for sheer brute force comedy of me accidentally getting myself trapped up there, or the sheer brute force comedy of trying to build some of the stuff up there. But probably more importantly, the sheer brute force comedy of me blowing myself up when I try to actually mine out some of the bedrock so that I actually have a portal through from the Nether roof to the non-Nether. roof. You can do it without blowing bedrock through. Just glitch up with... Yes, that gets me up there. But if I get up there, I'm going to want a way of getting from, for example, here, upwards. I'm going to want a way up and down. Because my mind is not going to let me choose anything but. I don't do the easy way. Unfortunately. The only easy way is yesterday. I can see clearly now you've explained it to me. Yeah. How did I not dig anything out there? Oh well. So the reason I'm digging now is so that we can start putting the next layer onto the bottom of this. Because the nice thing is, this starts to give us the tower much more open now. And having an open tower really starts making this turn into a visible build now. Although I still like the idea of having a partially excavated one of these in the Nether somewhere. Because, of course, now that you've said it, the scope creep has snuck into my brain and gone, a partially excavated one of these in the Nether would really look cool. And yet again, chat has managed to cause scope creep. Hello. Love the way that if you actually aren't, if you don't take your finger off the mining button, it doesn't actually decide to hit the mob that gets in your way, because it still thinks it's mining. Feed the scope creep. Let it know it's not a problem. Let's get rid of all of the gold. Yes, this scope creep brought to you by Squirrel Thulu. Squirrel Thulu. Causing my sanity to be broken since God knows when. Beginning of time, probably. Right. No point in going over that direction. It's not netherrack I need to get out of my inventory, but everything else. Right, what I need is that, polished basalt, and what am I using as that colour? That's the... Oh, that's the andesite, so I need to... Oh, no, that's not andesite. Blackstone is andesite. Stone brick. Okay. I do like it when I have a build that I'm trying to capture the same tone of. It makes it slightly easier. Slightly being the operative word. Hello, pork chop. Oh, we missed a trick. I know we said nugget, but now my brain is going, why didn't we name the chicken Express? Because then it would be the Pork Chop Express. Pork Chop Egg Express. Oh, even better, yes. For those who don't remember the Pork Chop Express, it's the name of the truck that's from the film Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little Tokyo? Which one was it? I think it got checked. The name has been set to both. And we have a Pokemon in chat, and it is a Spoink. So for anyone who needs a Spoink... Boy, does that sound wrong. Alright, let's get rid of those materials. Big Trouble in Little China. Okay. Thank you, Sin Lily. For some reason, I seem to have at a variety of times, I seem to have think it's changed names, but that might just be me having bad memory, which is equally useful, equally normal, equally useful. Yeah, me and memory. Ha. China, there's also a 91 film called Showdown in Little Tokyo. Ah. Oh, I caught a Spoink. Boy, does that sound wrong still. Boing. Boing. And as we turn the corner, we find an Enderman. Why are we getting Enderman around here now? Not a clue there. I haven't watched enough Simpsons to know. What I might need to do, however, is leave myself a way of getting up to this nether portal. I've just realised. That might be useful. I know I need to come up with a way of actually getting there as part of the build, but in the time between now and when the build is finished, that might be useful. Right, let's see. So, don't need you, do need you. So it's there, and there, and here, and here, and that, and that, and that means I probably need to take out more of this. This is going to be one of those moments where the difference between yesterday and today is quite a lot, if nothing else, just for the amount that we'll be able to see. Better be careful, I'm going to ruin my pick if I'm not careful. Ooh, more gold. Did I break any? Not yet. Oh, I hear a marshmallow. It didn't last long enough to even notice me. Ha ha. Right. Okay. So if I've got that one, I need... Let's put a temporary block in here for a minute. Yeah! My lunch! I'm losing my lunch. Right, that should be there. Is there... what's supposed to be on the inside here? Oh, okay, nothing. That's where we're going to start having to change the design. Oh, no. Dang it. Marble. Vertical. Horizontal. Horizontal. Right, you, and you. What goes here? Oh, that's where we start putting in the... Right, okay. Okay, so you are the wrong way up. Fantastic. I should have put you in before I actually put the rest of it in. But then again, we can just do that and that. You and you. That. That. This. And two. That. 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 Whoops. Pit. There's a hole in the world and I've fallen into it. There's a hole in the world and it's not surprising. I've fallen into it. For some reason my brain just went, so basically instead of the warrior of light going around and licking things, I go around and fall into things. Yeah, that it's the wrong type of law, but it works. Alright, let's get this area. That tracks. Yep. And one here, one here, one here, one here, one there, one there. Hey, this is looking good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. That gets me the next layer down. Ooh. Don't know what we're going to do with that. But... oh, that makes such a difference. That now makes this feel like it's got a top starting to appear. Oh, I did need a slab. That should be a half slab. Derp. Well, might as well take out those two. Or 3. Hold on. You're slabs. I'm just going to steal one of you. You're not slabs. Curse the sudden and inevitable betrayal. Those are not the blocks I thought they were. Those are not... who knows. Also, for those who were possibly confused, or at least interested, I am nigh on up to date with getting everything onto YouTube for the VODs. I have everything up to last Friday loaded. Hey things, hey stuffy, and published. I should have this week loaded and published within the next couple of days. At which point we'll be back into my usual routine of publishing at midnight the same night of a stream. Or at least that's what my goal is, because honestly it's so much easier if I just remember to publish the VOD the same day. Really? No! And we were getting so close. Well, so far. That hole's going to be annoying. That hole's going to be annoying. That's a problem for future me. Oh, I know what that hole is. That leads down to where the other network will be at some point. That goes all the way down to the other bedrock. It's kind of a shame that beacons don't work in... oh no, that wouldn't work because the nether portal's in the way. So I can't run a beacon up through the nether portal and straight out into the sky. Derp. Actually, beacons do work, but you just have to remove the bedrock above them, don't they? Okay, this is going to look really cool. Bedrock doesn't block beacons. Oh! That's useful to know, Feg. Thank you. Right. Hold on. I might as well bring the camera count down to here. We don't need it in the overworld because we need it to be pretty. You may be wrong, you may be right. It's hard to tell. I haven't looked. Right. You foresee withers in my future. Yeah, I foresee withers in my future. I don't have any wither skeleton skulls, however, yet. Oh, that's a wow. Okay, right. Camera mode. You foresee withers in channel points redeems. No. That's a heck of a view. The nether fog really adds to this. Oh. That's gorgeous. And the glass works nicely. That's going to look awesome as we get it further down. Apparently there's 2 bitty in the bedrock. That looks cool. That really looks nice. I'm loving the way this is coming together. And if you look up at the ceiling / floor, that has come together so nicely. The additions of the windows and how this just blends in now. There will have to be fire added in some places, I think. But that view... We're going to want to somehow preserve that sort of view. Fire or soulfire? Ooh, soulfire might be good. It'll go well with the purple hue. Beacon beams cannot go through most blocks, but can go through bedrock to allow beacons to be used in the Nether and end portal frames. Thank you, Feg, for looking that up. That is very useful to know. I may well have to... Ooh. I wonder what would happen if I were to adjust this pillar and turn it into a beacon beam. No. Don't think that way. Down that way lies madness and pain. That would require me to have 4 withers killed. Who's triggering the who's triggering all of this scope creep? And we have a weekly. Thank you very much, Frauke, for letting us know. Oh, that looks cool. How much of a... Yeah. I'm not sure I should have looked down. That's messy. That is so messy. Do it, you know you want to. It will be glorious. Yeah. I know. So, this is the bottom of that pit that's immediately below the portal. This is where I love the fog looking like liquid. This is where I am considering Nether Portal Network number 2. Yes, I have been planning. Yes, this is going to be silly. Yes, this is the future. So much pain, so much agony. Curious. Oh, there is so much to do up here, however. But imagine this turned into a cathedral. And you get the idea of where we're going with this. So much orange. You feel at home already. I love the way that blasted sort of wasteland feel around that is going to look so amazing. Bonus points if it's an upside down a la anti-tower. All of this, there's a reason why this has been built from the top down tour. This is an anti-tower. You're looking at an upside-down version of the cathedral that has been built in the overworld. I'd already planned that one. What's a roe? I don't recognize that one. For once, it's Raven who's surprised by the sign. Yes, it is, unfortunately. However, hit that button and that button. It is time for me to wrap up. And this end... Oh, upside tower backwards. Thank you. This ends our time in the Nether for this week. Tomorrow we will be back again in the overworld, where we will be heading for Jurassic World to continue work on the giant, ridiculous, over-the-top airship. And for those who are surprised by the use of the words giant, ridiculous, and over-the-top, ha! However, let me have a look. Let's see who we have visible and running streams today that we can consider heading off to go and see. There's my following list. So we have Corrupted Tree, who we saw yesterday. Blundingen, who is playing Shady Part of Me. I'm short on people that I've seen that I am following. Huh. Just keep streaming until someone else logs in. No. No, I do need to wrap up. Well, I'm curious to find out what the heck Shady Part of Me is. So let's raid out to Blunding. I am curious, and Blunding is always great fun to raid out to. So, take a message. Right, I will be back again tomorrow, as I said, where we will be continuing the build in Jurassic World. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves. Be amazing as always. Don't be gremlins unless you have a snack after midnight. And I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.